We're here with Diego. He's going to show his pan deck that how much did you end it?
21st place with pan.
Oh, can you show us your spice?
Yeah, I decided to play pan because I think it's really fun to play her. It does a lot of things for really cheap energy. When you play a battle card and it's basically 15,000 power or more, it draws you a card, and it also boosts the first card you play. So even when you're playing a 1-drop that isn't 15k, it also gets a 5k boost, which really is important against a lot of matchups. I decided to play 4 Intensifying Power Trunks.
Good card.
It's your Self-Awakening card.
That's critical.
Critical, and with the leader it's 20k critical. And it's really difficult for opponents to combo out of it, because even if they have a pseudo super combo, it isn't enough to combo out of it.
Yeah, especially turn 1, they can't drop like 3 cards or anything.
Exactly, and against Janamba it's really good because they love to use the pseudo super combos to defend out of attacks. But with this, they need to drop 2 cards, so I'm already gaining hand advantage against them. I decided to main 2 color, thanks to Thomas who talked me into it. I love to play pan a little bit aggro because I think if you let Janamba set up their defense, you're just going to lose on mill. So if you really want to win this matchup, you need to aggro them and get them as fast as down to life as possible.
Get 20k double strike.
20k double strike with pan if you play it as first battle card, and same reason as Intensifying Power Trunks, it's really difficult to defend it. I also played 2 Bodyguard Logics. Lots of matches where they decided to play the Crisis Cursor turn 1, when they are afraid of the 1-drops. I just mulliganed for Bodyguard Logic, so I can play him turn 1, draw a card, and he just becomes a 20k beater. So I already start attacking with it. And it's free, so it's really good.
And blocker when needed.
And blocker, of course, against some matches. To me, the best card in this deck, everybody's Pal Yamcha. Card is really insane in this deck. It becomes a 20k beater when you play it as first. It draws you a card of pan, and when you attack you get to search your top 3 cards for an Earthling. This deck has 24-25 targets in it, so you normally never whiff. Unless you're playing against a number and you whiff a lot. But normally you should be fine and see a lot of targets, and it's really good to get all the targets you need, for example chain attacks trunk for the Zeno play, or chain attack trunks for Fearless Pan. And it's a really good card, and it's also your defense, because if you attack with it, your opponent starts attacking this because they don't want you to plus every turn.
And against hand destruction and stuff.
And it's good against hand destruction because you can draw a card each turn. And most channel decks don't have an answer for it, turn 2 or 3, so it should be fine. Also played 2 burst attacks and Goans, good against hand destruction, which is really my baddest matchup, so I really want to see this. Also searchable of the Yamcha play. And it's really good, it goes to 20k crit, even if you have 5 cards or more, it isn't that bad. 20k crit is difficult to defend, and the card does a lot of things. Also when you Zeno them, and you have less cards in your hand when you're defending, you can refill your hand with it. Then I decided to play 3 Digging Deep Vegeta. A lot of decks were playing the 2-drops, trying to be the best Goku and the Crisis Crusher, so I couldn't awaken. That's the reason why I decided to play 3 instead of 2. Another Awakener, and it becomes a 20k dual attacker on your turn. And it's really good. You can clear boards, put pressure on leaders if they're not awakened with 20k dual attack.
So basically another aggro card, versatile aggro card.
And you can do crazy things when you have 4 energy, play this. When you're at 6 life, take 2 lives, swing with it, 20k, awaken, drop Fearless Pan, and this becomes a 25k double striker. So it's really good, and it draws you 3 cards if you take 2 lives, so it's also good against hand destruction. Then we play the Chain Attack Trunks, which is
your favorite?
My favorite card indeed, with the card that's going to follow. It has a lot of targets. You can play Yamchas, Burst Attack, Digging Deeps, but it's mainly there for the Fearless Pan play, if you go wide, or the Zeno play when you want to research your opponent. But it does a lot of things, and it's also a 2-cost evolve for the 1-drop things, in case they need to, if they don't destroy it. But it does a lot of things. And it can also attack battle cards in active mode, which is great against trying to be the best on Goku or other things. Another card I play is Fearless Pan. Really good card. It's good when you're playing against Broly, who wants you to KO you with their Mira double strike attackers. It's pretty much safe against those plays. But most times I play it to go wide with chain attack trunks when I have a double shot Vegeta and a Yamcha board to gain all my cards double strike and 5k power.
Yeah, barrier, blocker, gives everything that's red, double strike,
yeah,
and plus
it
5k.
came in really clutch against Yonamba because they couldn't get rid of my cards on board. And every time I went on turn 3 I just tapped out and played this to put a lot of pressure on it. Then I have Yamcha and double shot on board, and yeah, it's too much for them to defend out of it, so they need to take life. And I can pretty much Zeno them after it. And if they defend it and they drop a lot of cards, I have a lot of hand advantage and can continue my play. Also one of the best cards in the deck, 3 for seeing hits. I decided to play 3 instead of 4 because space is the issue in this deck. I need to cut a lot of cards down from 4 to 3 or 3 to 2. But if you find this after Zeno and your opponent at a 2, if you don't have a negate, it's pretty much game because you can count the combo power they have. Take the cards that have the most combo power out of the hand and you're pretty much safe. Also good against Yonamba when they don't have 2 life. You can take the 4 drops Yonamba so they can mill you next turn or remove threats of board. So it's pretty good. Also a good card in this deck. Double shot Vegeta. When I'm starting the game, I always want to mulligan for this. And when my opponent is attacking, so unless they're playing Channel, but all other decks are probably attacking me, I want this in hand so I can combo in the first turn and play, draw a card of it, and I have another attacker on the next turn on board, which is pretty much free because you draw a card of it and he comes into play.
Did you see any Black Marseillans?
I did see one, which in the Channel hand destruction matchup, which I already was losing due to hand size. And I had chain attack Zeno, but I couldn't play it because the Dark Power Black Marseillan let me discard 2 cards after Zeno play. And I didn't find my planet, so the only thing I could do was play a 3-drop Ginyu, which you're going to see, and steal the Dark Power Black Marseillan to get rid of it, but it wasn't the best play. This is Bodyguard Change Ginyu, a really good card. It becomes a 30k beater in this deck when you play it as first battle card. And I did a lot of crazy plays. In the mirror match I played this, attacked the leader with 30k, we had a Everybody Spell Yamcha laying in rest mode, switched it with the Everybody Spell Yamcha, attacked with Yamcha and searched another card. So it does really good things. You can steal blockers, huge threats that you just want to get rid of. It's basically a kind of removal and a 30k beater, which is really good. And it's also great against the Shenron matchups because you don't want the 4-drop Shenron to be laying on the field because then they can give everything crit. So you want to get rid of that, and that's pretty much does that.
Or Purunga and stuff.
Or Purungas and stuff. The only counter cards I'm playing, I'm not playing negate, I'm only playing the after image technique, which isn't a negate, but it's pretty good. It's basically a 50k combo card because you minus 10 on their cards and you plus 40k on any card. It can be used on battle cards and on your leader, so you don't have to use it on leader. And it's good when you're playing against your Namba and they are attacking you, you have 5 and drop, you just get it for free, get a card of life and save your battle cards. And it saves you against a lot of big beaters like Mira if you don't have a bad ring. Unfortunately for me I had bad ring, but you need to try it. I'm playing one planet M2. Dark Power Black Marseillan really hurts the deck, Crisis Crusher, you just want to get rid of those cards, so that's really good. It's also good if you have it on field and you can Zeno them and you can attack every time with a 50k and you get minus 5k on their leader, so it does a lot of things.
Yeah, it's only one-off.
It's only a one-off indeed, because we don't want to draw into it after a Zeno because it doesn't draw me anything or such, and also bad on defense when you draw it out of life. For super combos I decided to play the sideline assist Bulma. I'm playing overround, so Roshi isn't always live. Really good combo card, you can use it even when you're high at 4 life because the 0-10k always counts. So against your Namba it's really good to, when you pressure them with double strikes, you just combo this so you don't draw, so you don't help the mill plan, but can put a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah, the new super combos are kind of versatile in that way.
two-time control Konoha, I was really afraid of Broly and Sugar's decks. There were a lot of. I didn't play a Broly Sugar's deck, but I was glad I mained it because a lot of players played against it, and if you don't have this and they have 4 Sugars in your deck, you're pretty much going to lose.
And it cantrips anyway, so...
Yeah, indeed. Now my favorite card, the Zeno.
Foils.
I just love this card. I started playing it as soon as Chain Attack Trunks came out. I think it's really good. I can play aggro with Pan, put my opponent down to 2 life and I'm at 7. I Zeno them, hand is gone, we have the same hand, but I have 5 or 6 life advantage, so I'm never going to lose that matchup again. And it just gets rid of a lot of problematic cards, Vegetos who you can't go through, or if you have a board state that you don't want to get rid of, H is a thing. Even good against Shenron Gogeta if you Zeno them to play before they go off with Gogeta and 4th up Shenron, so it does a lot of things.
They draw 1 when with Band Leader, right?
Yeah, exactly. The best play is to chain attack Zeno it and give him the boost. So he becomes a 20k beta after Zeno and you draw 6 cards of it because that's the card you played, so you draw 6 instead of 5. So already gaining advantage at your opponent. Swing with this, I'm probably going to defend it and you gain a lot more advantage. The only 2 overround cards, Time Control Trunks.
The Earthling.
The Earthling indeed, that's the only reason why I'm playing it, because I still think the Supreme Kai with the 5k boost is better for aggro plays. But this is Searchable of Yamcha and you can do, you can look at the top 2 cards. If you can swing with leader and draw a card, you just can basically pick 2 cards out of it. If this is the first played battle card, you already draw 2 cards, so it's really good and becomes a 20k beater.
Now the side deck?
Now onto the side deck. Thought for seeing hit. Card is really good and I always side it in against Janemba or other slow decks who if I really want to see it after a Zeno play. 1 body change Ginyu. Really good against Shenron matchups. I started those out against Janemba because they don't have anything on field I really want to get at my board.
And they don't keep any board presence.
And all cards that they are playing pretty much have barriers, so against Janemba I just side this out. But it does a lot of things and it's a 30k beater, which is really important. 2 Glory Prince Destruction Vegeta. It's good to get rid of cards like the Striving to be the best Son Goku, or cards that they leave in active mode, like the Path to Greatness Son Goku. If they tap out for it, you can get rid of it. I really wanted to main this card, but I needed to choose between this and Konoha, and I feared the Broly matchup more than the Striving to be the best Son Goku, so I decided to side this out. But it's really good, and I always side it in against Janemba when I think they are playing the 2-drop Son Goku or other cards I want to get rid of. It's also fine if they tap out for the 3-drop Janemba and want to mill you 4 to 6 cards, you just can get rid of it because it becomes a 30k beater and can attack battle cards in active mode. 2 more Saiyan Kabas. First off, I didn't want to play it inside, but after talking to Thomas, he talked me into it. A lot of matches you can only probably win if you grow really aggro, so like Shenron, if you're playing like Shenron Undersix, you want to see a lot of cards so you can take life, and it's also good against Shenron Gogeta if you want to push them for damage and then Zeno them, and also good against Janemba if you can get Janemba pretty quick down to 3 or 2 life and you can Zeno them afterwards, you're pretty much going to win this game, so I always side this in, and it's a really good card. And you can also take games when the opponent thinks you can't attack anymore. I had matches against Janemba when they only had 1 card in life, defended my last double strike, I had 1 energy open, could play this and go for game when they didn't expect it for 1 energy, because most decks, most opponents didn't know I was playing the same Kaba, so I did a lot of things. The second Planet 2 only needed for, I guess, against Crisis Crusher or Dark Power Black Saiyan. Didn't side it in most matches because I didn't see those cards a lot, and I can kill the Crisis Crusher, but Crisis Crusher again in a Janemba deck isn't the worst, because I can go double shots, fail its span, so I just adapt my game plan and don't go for the 1-drops, just go for the 3-drops and higher. Free Hour against green and yellow decks. In this current meta, especially against yellow decks, it's good to bait out Bloodlust against Bertholet. If they don't Bloodlust it, it's a draw card and tap for energy, which is really good, and it's critical 20k. I only sided those in against my Bertholet matchup to bait out Bloodlust. Other matches I didn't play it, and I only saw one yellow Bertholet leader. So 2- skill zone also for the Bertholet matchup. You really want to chain attack Zeno them before they go wide with their apes or lineage decks, and they have Bloodlust, so the only card with you can go through this is this card. It's a draw sure card and they can't counterplay anymore, so Crushable and full Bloodlust is that.
Did you also see the new Preemptive Strike?
No, I didn't play any green decks, but that was the reason why I also sided this, because I thought there were going to be some green decks with Preemptive Strike. So this is also really good against it, but I didn't see any green decks in this event. I'm playing side 2 Trans Power Seeing Time. Decided to side this for the Janema matchup, because if they mill the cards that you want to see, like hit or chain attack Zeno, it becomes really difficult to win, because if they drop a Vegito and you don't have Zeno or you don't have anything to get rid of, you need to get a card back out to drop, and this does that pretty much. And it's a 2-cost 25k double strike attacker and draws 2 cards, one of pan and one out of drop. This card is my last sided card.
So that's some spicy stuff right here.
I had 1 place left and I didn't know what to play.
It's summoned
it was
Ghost, right?
Earthling, so I think I could play it with Yamcha. I had 1 game, I dropped it after a Zeno, so it was really good. But
what did it do again? It drops Ghost, right?
Yeah, if you have 4 or less cards in your hand, this card and all your Ghost tokens gain double strike. And when you play this card, you get 3 Ghost tokens, and Ghost tokens have 15k power. I won 1 match with it. After a Zeno play, I draw into this. Was at 7 or 6 life, he was at 2 life. Attacked with leader, comboed some cards away, played this, had 4 double strikes, he didn't have a Sense Bean and just gave him game, but probably going to side this out because it was a really bad pick for the side deck.
Start of a new meme.
It was pretty much a meme card indeed. But that's the deck.
What's the side deck, and what did you like of the tournament?
Tournament was great. Saw a lot of good players. The opponents were really nice, so that was all fine. I think we needed 1 more Swiss round because 7 was a little bit. We had a lot of tiebreakers in top 32. A lot of X2 players that went out of top 32. And I think 1 more round would be the perfect one because you had 8 rounds, and I probably, if I won my last round, I would have been top 16. The event went really great. It started off 4-0. Played against 2 Janambas, which is a really good matchup for me. Lost against the Bertholet Apes deck. Won game 2 with -, skill zone. Game 1 I got wrecked by the Apes. He had turn 3, had 2 or 3 Apes on board, so I couldn't do anything.
He went undefeated in Switch, right?
Yeah, he went undefeated at Swiss. Was a really good player. Game 2 I took with chain attack Zeno, could defend my life. Game 3 he can start, he found his 1-drop Bardock, found his 4-drop Bardock, brought me at 4 life, played Mira, I after image him, battering laser on my after image, double strike, reset Mira, after image him again, battering laser me again, and I got a 150k Mira on my on my face. So that was pretty much the event. It did go well, and I had a lot of fun playing this deck.
That was your first tournament with a new sponsor, right?
Yeah, I have a new sponsor. I'm currently part of the Team FOA, Family of Everything. We have a sponsor indeed, the Prismatic Defender. Those are the sleeves we are using this moment. They have a glance on it, so even when you're playing cards that aren't foiled, they look a little bit foily. So it's really nice, and it's all good sleeves. So I'm really proud to be part of that team and that they sponsor us, so I really appreciate it. So shout out to Team FOA and the Prismatic Defender.
Oh, I think that's it. Well, thank you.
Okay, bye bye.